Hey everyone, welcome to my garden. Today we are in my backyard garden and we are going to do end of July, beginning of August garden maintenance tasks. Uh, we have been getting too much rain past couple of weeks. It has been pouring like non-stop and it can start raining any time as I'm talking. I got this small window and I thought I'll go in the garden and I'll quickly do some of the maintenance because it won't happen in one go because it start raining anytime. So I will show you around. Some of the plants are loving the rain, but some are just like we are done. So some are just done. So I will show you what all needs to be done. Usually in this time of the year, some plants would feel like or look like that they are tired, or some would be like they are done for the season. So we will go around and I'll show you what I'm going to do today. There are a lot of things that I need to get to, but since the window is really small, I will get rain anytime, I believe. So I will show you what I'm going to do, my first task. So let's get to it. The very first thing we are going today is deadhead these cornflowers. These cornflowers are blooming from weeks now at this point, and they need some haircut because there are so many new blooms which are coming up. So I want them to shine, and I'll take these spent blooms out so that I have the nice looking plant. You can actually leave these spent blooms on the plant, and birds can munch on them, on the seeds. But I usually leave them alone by the end of the season because right now it's still it's last week of July and beginning of August. So I feel like I still have time where I can get new blooms, and I'm getting all the new blooms on this plant. This is a weed. Oh my, it's so huge. Let me just. And after the rain, if you do the weeding, it's super easy because everything is nice and soft and you can just pull the weeds very easily. So this was the big one. So these are the blooms that I'm going to deadhead. All of them are spent, they are gone, they are done for the season, and they gave me amazing show. I will leave them by the end of the season, but not right now. This is last week of July. It's beginning of August. Still there's season left, so I don't want to see all these spent blooms. I'm going to clean this plant up so that there are new birds which are coming up. They will get their own time to shine, so I will leave those, and I just clean it up so that all this plant will look nice and tidy, and the blooms that we're going to get are going to look amazing. So let's get to it. Let's get to the deadheading of this plant, and I'll put the name of this plant, this cornflower specifically. This is from Proven Winners on the screen if you are interested. This is an amazing variety to have if you're looking for cornflowers. They bloom the longest, the color is amazing, everything is good. So in here, if you see, there are new buds on this one. So I will be careful while I make a cut. So I will just, for this one, I have this bloom that I need to deadhead, but I have two buds right next to it. So I will just carefully go down, and then I'll just make my cut right over there. Just like that. Another plant which needs my attention today is this banana cream 2 daisies. This is an amazing plant to plant in your garden if you love daisies, and I absolutely adore daisies. I had a couple of varieties in my garden, but I don't see any other variety bloom this long in the season. It's end of July, beginning of August, and I see blooms, I see so many buds on this plant. So this is an amazing daisy plant if you're looking for something. The cleanup is done, and look how beautiful this daisy plant is looking. And this one is going to bloom, and all the attention is going to be on these new beautiful fresh blooms, and I'm excited to see. And I also have did the cleanup for this cornflower as well. Amazing plant, highly recommend them. And look at my super tunia. This is silverberry and jazzberry, which are just knocked down by the rain. And in this corner we did the cleanup on the double scoop cranberry, looking amazing. And I see all the new buds that are going to bloom, and I'm excited to see that. In this container there's a guest who has moved in, and it seems very cozy down there. There is nothing in it, but there's a beautiful nest. And I saw the bird who was building this nest the other day. I was able to capture it, and I realized it after, so I put it on the screen so that you can see with all my hummers which are loving my nectar that I make at home. And I'll link that video above as well, so that if you are looking for a nectar recipe, this is a hit in my garden, and my hummers are loving the nectar recipe that I have. But the guest who's living in here is just, let me show you. I don't know if you can see this. You see all this moss and grass, and there is the entrance. Nothing is in there. I'm not sure if you're able to see, but how exciting is this? So I'm going to quickly fertilize these two urns that I have, this one and the other one, and then we'll call it a day. To fertilize these annuals, it is very important that you follow the schedule. Even though it has been raining, they are getting a lot of water already, and I'm going to add more water, which is totally fine, because in these pots, in these containers, specifically these urns, they are very small urns, and there is not much for the plants to get after a point, because there is limited amount of soil that I have added. So there is a limited amount of energy, nutrients, anything that they can get from the soil that is in the pots. So even if they are knocked down by the rain, if there is a lot of rain that you are getting, still you have to fertilize, and your plants will thank you for it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use this Proven Winners water soluble fertilizer, and I will just mix it with 2 scoops of this one and 2 gallons of water. So this is my 2-gallon water bucket that I have, and I'll add 2 scoops of this. And that's it. And I don't need to even so I'll give 1 gallon this urn and the other gallon to that urn, and that's about it. And I always use the jet setting, so that it's easier to mix the fertilizer in the water. So yeah, that's all for today's video. I hope you like it. This time of the year, usually it gets little trickier in the garden, because it's end of July, beginning of August, and August usually is a month where we transition to the next season. So there are a lot of things will be happening in this time of the year. So take a walk in the garden and see what requires your attention. If something needs some fertilizer, or if something needs to be deadheaded, or maybe some plants are just done for the season. So yeah, a lot will be happening in the garden in this month. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.